Hello and welcome to another mindful morning practice with me, Elly from Thankful Flow Yoga. Thank you for being here, whether that's on my membership or this YouTube channel. If it's on the YouTube channel, do make sure that you subscribe to see more of these practices. We are going to be looking at the second Niyama today. In our Mindful Mornings yoga. So we will be starting the class in a comfortable seated position. This is going to be all levels practice. This whole series is suitable for all levels, so I'll give plenty of options throughout and just take the options that feel right for you on different days. So coming into your comfortable seated position, and we'll bring the hands to the thighs or the knees with the palms facing down, and you can start to close the eyes or take a steady gaze out in front. And you can begin to notice your breath, noticing what the breath could be communicating to you today. About how you're feeling. So today we're going to be looking at the Niyama, which are the internal behaviors that we look at in yoga, called Santosa. So this is all about our inner contentment. And just like with some of the other Yamas and Niyamas, a lot of it is about stepping away from ego. The ego is always wanting more. It's never fulfilled. It's always looking to the next thing and the next thing. Whereas Santosa is finding inner peace and contentment with all that is right now. So it's about gratitude. It's about being aware and trying to step away from the ego as much as you can. And connecting to what brings you an inner sense of peace, of ease, of stillness, and what that is for you. How does that resonate for you today? So taking our equal breath now, we're going to inhale for 6 and exhale for 6. As always, if you want to change the count to something that suits you, then please do. Or if you would rather just stay with a natural breath, then work with that. So we're inhaling through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Coming back to your natural breathing. Noticing how the body feels. There's no right or wrong thing to observe when we're doing this. It's enough to notice even the smallest thing about your body. Today, maybe it's observing thoughts passing through the mind. So opening the eyes back up now. We'll take a couple of shoulder rolls. And then we're going to keep this left leg bent in, and I want you to lengthen your right leg. So the right leg's coming out away from the center line of the body, but it doesn't matter how far out it's coming. Come to a place that feels right for you. And you're going to grab your block, probably having it on the lower setting. Again, you don't have to use a block here. You can bring your hand straight down to the mat, but make sure that you leave plenty of space between your hip and your hand. We're going to be putting our weight into the hand. If you're using a block, this is going to give you a little bit more space to do this. So on your inhale, sweep your left fingertips up to the sky and see if you can lift the hips away. So we're opening through the heart, sending the gaze up to the sky. Breathing here. Exhale, melt the hips back down to the ground. Place your right hand to the outside of the right leg. Flex your right foot. Inhale, sweep the left fingertips up to the sky. As you exhale, come into a stretch here. So you're either going to be working here, or maybe you're threading this right arm underneath, and this left hand could be coming to find that right foot. But only doing this if you can still shine your heart up to the ceiling. If you're needing to round to come deeper into the stretch, then I recommend staying higher up and keeping that space across your chest. Inhale, come back up to center. Bring your right leg out directly in front. Sole of the left foot's coming to the inside of the right thigh for Janu Shasana. Again, take any blocks or props to support you. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, we fold over the right leg, keeping the spine long. Inhale, coming back up to center. So now we'll come over to the other side. So we're bending our right leg in as if you were crossing your legs. Then this left leg's coming out to the side, taking any adjustments that you need, using your block. So the left hand could be coming to a block, or it's coming to the mat. Inhale, reach the right fingertips up to the sky. See if you can lift the hips away from the mat. It doesn't matter how far away. Heart shining up towards the ceiling. And release the hips back down to the mat. Left hand's coming to the outside of the left thigh. Inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky. Lift up and out from the waist. As you exhale, finding a stretch. So you could be working here. You can come deeper into the stretch if that's in your practice. Feeling that stretch into the right side body. And start to come away. Bring the left leg to the center line of the body. Inside of the right foot's coming to the inside of the left leg. Sole of the right foot's coming to the inside of the left leg. Neutral spine. Inhale, lift your ribs away from your hips. Exhale, fold over your left leg. Breathing here. Sending your breath into the back of that left leg, allowing it to open. Inhale, slowly lifting away, coming back up to center. Well done. Release the legs. Take a little window wipe with the knees from side to side. And then make your way into your tabletop position on the mat. Check that we've got shoulders above the wrists, hips above the knees. And then bring your right leg out behind, tuck the right toes under, find a stretch into the back of the right leg. And you can start to gently shift the weight back and forth. You could work here if this feels like it's enough for you, or you're starting to lift your right leg away from the mat. Toes, foot is flexed. Imagine that that foot's pressing into something behind. Lift the left fingertips away. So reaching forwards with the left fingertips, pushing back with the right foot. An option to add on here, again, you don't have to take this. You can bend that right leg in and bring the hand to the foot and come into a half bow option here. So getting a bit of spinal extension, a little bit of a back bend, but only if that feels right for you. Releasing with control, and bring the hand and the leg back into center. Breathe here for a moment, and then we'll take, watch out for any blocks in the way. Take the left leg out behind, tuck the left toes under, find that opening into the back of the left leg, taking a gentle rock back and forth. And then lifting the left leg away from the mat, flex the left foot, imagine the left foot pressing back into something. You could either work here, you could be working with the stretch, or you're going to start to take the right fingertips forwards, reaching out in front, strong in a line of energy, and either stay here or take your half bow option if that's in your practice, if that feels good. Well done. Release the hand from the foot with control. Bring everything back in. Nice, well done. And on your exhale, sit the hips down towards the heels. Take a little child's pose. So melt the forehead and the chest down to the mat. Close the eyes if that feels good for you. Allow the body to soften and become heavy. You can come back to your child's pose at any time that you need to. Inhale, open the eyes back up, lift the hips away from the heels. Tuck the toes under, exhale, come back to a downward facing dog. Lifting the hips to the sky. Inhale, step this right foot through between the hands. Grounding through the left hand. Inhale, sweep the right fingertips up to the sky. Find an easy twist. You can drop your back knee down to modify it here. So you could make the back knee come down to support you, okay? Release the right hand. And then we inhale, reach the fingertips up to the sky. Find a high lunge. Now, bringing the weight forwards into this right leg and grabbing your block if you need it. We're going to power into your right leg or step that back foot in to support you. And then coming forwards, placing your right hand either on a block or the mat, finding your Ardha Chandrasana, your half moon pose. This left arm's reaching up to the sky. If you're new to working with half moon, you can always take a wall behind you, get some support. No worries if you're coming in and out of the pose or wobbling, that's all part of this practice. Coming back to our intention of Santosa today, connecting to that inner peace and contentment from within, stepping away from ego, just being accepting of and honouring where we're at today, whatever that is, however we're showing up today, just making space for that. Well done, and we're going to float the arms back down, step back to plank and move through a chaturanga. So you're going to inhale into an upward facing dog or into your cobra, and then on your exhale taking a downward facing dog. If downward facing dog's not for you today, take a child's pose instead. If you're in your downward facing dog, press the mat away with the hands, pressing through the thumb and the index finger. Reconnect with your breathing. Inhale, step the left foot through between the hands. Keep the right hand grounded or on a block. Option to drop the back knee. Inhale, reach your left fingertips up to the sky. Follow with your gaze. Easy twist. Don't worry if it does not feel easy. That's just the name that they gave to it. Release the left hand back down. Inhale, reach both fingertips up to the sky, finding your high lunge. Grow the spine tall, reach the crown of your head to the ceiling. Then you can step that back foot in to stabilize. Bring your weight into your left leg. Left hand comes down either to a block or to the mat for half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. Stay with your breath. Breathing into any wobbles and shakes. Well done, and we're going to float the hands around, bending through that left leg, step it back, come back to a plank position. We'll take one more vinyasa, so on the inhale, making your way into an upward facing dog or a cobra. And then on your exhale, find a downward facing dog, lifting the hips to the sky. Now sending your gaze between the hands, drop the knees down to the mat. Keep the elbows tucked in and lower down so that you're lying on your belly. And then bring your head down so that it's resting on the arms, elbows coming out to the side. And then we're going to bring this right knee out to the side. So my right leg is roughly at a 90-degree angle. My knee's in line with my hips. I'm in a half frog position here. So opening into this right hip space. You can close the eyes here. Just relaxing. Imagine on your inhales that you're breathing in stillness, peace, contentment. And then on your exhales that you're breathing out and letting go of anything that's not serving you, whether that's stress, tension. Imagine releasing that from the body, from the mind, on an emotional level. The more that you let go, the more space you create to invite in the energy that you want to receive, the things that you want to receive. Now drawing your right leg back into center. Gently come onto the other side, so left knee comes out, working towards creating this 90-degree angle, but take any adjustments that you need. And breathing here. You can observe if this side feels different from the other side. But just as the watcher and the observer, we're not judging anything, labeling anything. A lot of finding our Santosa, finding our peace and contentment, a lot of this is about acceptance for things as they are. Now drawing your left leg back into center. Take a gentle shift with the hips from side to side. Bring the hands to the side of the body and inhale, lift yourself back up. And come back into a seated position on your mat. Just closing down the eyes here for a moment. We'll bring the hands to heart center, one hand over the other, and just gently press the hands into the chest. Notice that connection between your hands and your body. Notice your chest moving as you breathe. Inhale through the nose, I am. Exhale at peace. Twice more, inhaling, I am. Exhaling at peace. Inhaling, I am. Exhaling at peace. Releasing the hands when you're ready, starting to open the eyes, coming back into the physical body. If you have longer to stay in Shavasana or meditation, then please do. If you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure you subscribe to this channel. I really appreciate you being here, doing these flows with me. I absolutely love hearing from you, so do comment and feedback to me. And I can't wait to see you for another flow very soon. Take care. Bye bye.